Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. It's Kel here to talk to you about the Kundalini, and today I wanted to answer a few of your questions. Excellent questions. Thank you for posting them. I wanted to also mention a couple of things. Number one, I get a lot of questions about Hinduism. I want you to know I don't know anything about religions. My whole self-inquiry, which ended up in the Kundalini, was because I didn't know which religion to choose, which religion was right. So this is why I went on my own quest. And what I learned was it's all about energy. And while some religions their doctrine might be down here to assist people at this level. Some are up here to assist people at this level, Some are up here, over here, down here. All religions serve to fuel the Kundalini in some way. Even religions that don't believe in God, they fuel self-independence and community and other things. They all serve. It's not like there is one major religion that is the do-all end-all, although I am a little biased towards Hinduism because I think out of all of them, I am Hindu for sure. So I wanted to just mention that so that you're aware that I haven't had any formal training. I have empirical training because I was seeking to know absolute truth on my own. And that method is available for everybody, and I'm sure many of you are on that path too. The path is fueled by health. So although all people can get there, it's very helpful to have a lot of strength, have a lot of energy that can be pushed into mental focus, and to have a healthy body, because then all the energy is pushed to, when all the energy is pushed towards the center, it connects above and below, which is what you're trying to harness is massive hardwire connection. So having said that, I'm going to answer a few of your questions, really good questions, by the way. Again, thanks for posting them. I find them really stimulating. Someone asked, what is cheat? Well, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Cheat is consciousness, understanding, comprehension. Therefore, it sits with the father, so it's bent more towards learning focus, okay? The mother is more about learning by doing. And just remember, all things in life serve to help get you through the Kundalini. Pain is definitely the teacher, and over time, it will fuel the mind to focus, okay? So the linear mind is cheat. It's consciousness, understanding, comprehension. These are all the things that we're learning with our mind, and we're learning through feeling, learning by doing, and learning by doing is the mother, and learning like scholastic measures is symbolized by the father aspect. Both are excellent, and both can get you there. I learn empirically, so I learn best by doing. So I jump into everything and I do, and I learn that way. All things are teaching the mind to align to focus. Okay, so the next question was, what is prana? Prana is life force, and it's stimulated by the breath. And the breath helps you move and helps you express, and thus balance your mind, body. You keep expressing and build the personality this way until the personality is exalted and then begins to die off. Also, someone asked, so I hope I'm answering your questions. If not, repost so we can get really clear on these things, because I find it's helpful to know why you're doing what you're doing if you're trying to achieve the Kundalini. Kundalini, that's the supreme within, the freedom and will to express your essential nature. All right, so we're all born here. We're incarnating to balance out the mind. So we have to follow. We have to follow the path that we are inclined to, because by following the path that we are inclined, we balance out that part of the mind that we came here to balance out. However many incarnations it takes to balance the mind in one way or multiple ways is okay, because we have infinity to do so. So Kundalini is one sort of formal religion's term for the supreme within, that is requiring you to express your essential nature. Now, when you express this nature, you learn in a visceral way, and for me, this is a very real way, because this is through feeling. It's, believe it or not, it is feeling that's driving the ship regardless. And expressing balances your mind's relationship to your body. And the body really has all the knowledge. So learning how to understand the emotional cues that your body is sending you all the time is absolutely critical. That's how I did the Kundalini. I was in when I was in meditation, and even when I was not in meditation, I was listening to cues from my body at all times. And because the body, it's the mother, she wants you back, and she's helping you to get through the Kundalini so that you can unite with her once again. Even though she's always there for you, you unite to her in a stronger way. Another question is about the, I guess it was called chakra centers that blossom into the lotus. I don't really call them chakra centers. I'm sure they are. I call them energy centers just because that was my experience, and I really have to stay strong and clean to what I experience until I know other terms to express. So these energy centers, yeah, the energy centers, it's a marriage. Each center is a marriage between the intellect and the emotional, okay? And the intellect is represented by the spinal column. The emotional is represented by the organs. And in between there is this fine stream of energy, and that's what is connected to your third eye, the pineal gland, and that's what you're building. So each petal is formed when the organ is moving in perfect functionality, because it is in agreement with the mind. Okay, so the cycle through each organ, you have an organ, and the cycle through each organ moves in a cycle, and this cycle radiates out to become part of your vibrational field. So you've got an organ here, it's going through its cycle here, and this radiates out to be part of your vibrational field, and so does every other organ. It radiates out so that when you have all your organs in absolute balance, if we could see your vibrational sphere around you, it would look like the blossoming of a lotus. And a lotus, we're going to use the lotus as a really good analogy, because not only does the lotus have many petals, but each petal is very how do you say, round? Well, no, oval shaped. Okay, but the oval shape is really a circle. They have the same circumference and the same portions. How do I say this better in mathematics? They are proportional, and we'll get into that later. The circle is the, what do you call that? The oval, the spiral. It is spiraling. And all the measurements of that spiraling are equal to the quadrants of the circle. And that's sort of a mathematical question that we'll look at later. The Kundalini rising. Well, the Kundalini rising can actually start here, 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 or here. It really depends on the individual. For me, I wasn't rooted, I wasn't grounded, but I had a lot of passion for God, for knowledge, for truth. And so mine started at the level of the heart. And I would really recommend that people start at the level of the heart, because it's probably the easiest. Going towards what you love is the easiest way to build the force, right? Because you know what you like, or you get to it and you go, oh, well, I've got it. I don't really like it. I think I would like this. So by moving always towards things that feel good to you, you are building your heart center. So I did it that way without knowing, but that was, I believe that is the easiest way to get to the Kundalini. Of course, you know, different strokes for different folks, so that's all good. For me, a lot of passion for things that I loved and for life. And once I built this and I hit that fire, along came the dove, and then right after that I was back to where I came from, and then I built the ladder. So I rooted and built the ladder. So a little bit mixy-matchy, a little bit backwards in a way, but starting with what really appeals to you and firing up that heart is really critical to get that Kundalini rising, as you said, the force building. And the force is really building in a circular force. Okay, another question was Shaktipat, and this another really good question. Shaktipat, somebody asked me if I believe in Shaktipat, and what Shaktipat actually is, in just a regular everyday term, is vibrational affectation, meaning that we are, first of all, we are all vibration, and if somebody is in our sphere, they pick up and can be affected by our vibration. So I have to say, yes, Shaktipat is something that has been happening to us since the day we hit the earth. So the question was being in, sitting in the presence of a spiritual master, can you assume some of their energy? Yes, you can, and their energy can help. If they're really vibrating high, their energy can help you vibrate high too. And it's the same with growing up in your household, you know, being around your parents. You inherit their vibrations a lot of the time, and it's a rare case that if you don't. Meaning you can inherit a lot of their beliefs through vibration. Even though they haven't mentioned to you their fears or their beliefs, you can be, if you spend a lot of time around them as a child, you will be inheriting those beliefs through feelings, through their vibration. It's happening to us as we go all throughout our day, everywhere we go. That's why getting your vibration good, strong, and happy is critical, because then when you're around other vibrations that are not beneficial to you, yours is strong enough to resist rather than to fall into suit with them. Okay, so getting, regardless of the Kundalini, getting your vibration good and strong and really balancing your mind through a variety of measures is absolutely critical to having a good life and a blissful life. When will the Kundalini open was another question. The Kundalini opens, you know, when you're absolutely focused on love. That's when it really opens. So if you want to drive your system to burst open, focus on love. Love is actually a power. It's the superpower of the cosmos. The entire space grid is love. And there is a deep, deep love. The power of the universe is the feminine archetype. In other religions, it's called something else, but it's not actually female. It's just that its archetype, it's just that its vibration is so refined and so strong through the receptive force that we refer to it archetypally as a maiden or a mother, also because it's always giving to us. So the way to really get this Kundalini to sort of power it open, to be focused, practice your focus through a variety of ways. Practice it through doing art, through doing a puzzle, through if you have focused work, or practice it any way that feels right for you. Healthy body, critical, I feel. I was in my best health when I did the Kundalini, super strong, and there are a variety of ways you can get your body strong. Like I said, I'm really talking about my experience, right? Mostly. I'm sure there are other ways. Mine was sort of the Jane version and power packed. It was the Jane of the Jungle version, and that doing it that way, everything became vitally clear because I had so much power that I receive in the same way. So the power that you give out is the power that you're going to receive. You're not going to have a little bit of power and then receive big. You're going to receive for the same amount of power you put out. So you put out a little bit of power, you're going to receive a little bit of power. That's just the nature of the universe, because what the universe does is matches like to like. So I hope that this answered your very good questions. It was a pleasure to read them, and I wish you well on this Kundalini journey. Remember, it's not an overnight thing. It's a building block thing. So it's building and stabilizing and building and stabilizing and building and stabilizing and building and stabilizing. And for me, it started with the cornerstone of health. Building and stabilizing in exercise, and then sort of nutrition came after that, you know, and then it kind of built this very sturdy tree of all these daily habits that I had, and then boom, I was able to do the Kundalini. I want you to know that I wasn't doing yoga when I was doing this, and I was, you know, having a glass of wine per day, or, you know, this kind of thing. It wasn't as strict as it could have been, but I worked out a lot. So, and I worked out in nature too. When you're in solitude working out, I think that might help some people. For me, it was really essential. I put myself sort of in a nature environment every time I was strengthening my body. So again, I hope this video helps you, and if you have any questions or you need any more clarifications, I completely understand. Go ahead, post below, and I will definitely answer them. So other than that, I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Take care.